The biggest advantage that Notre Dame has is that Miami is a bunch of unintelligent thugs that just play instinctually and not wisely. And the best thing about Miami, for their purposes, is that they're a bunch of unintelligent thugs who just play instinctively. So it's the best and the worst thing about Miami.
Let me tell you something. That was really racist.
Miami is a bunch of unintelligent thugs that just play instinctually and not wisely. And the best thing about Miami, for their purposes, is that they're a bunch of unintelligent thugs who just play instinctively.
So that video came from podcast hosts Jonathan Spadea, Ryan Downey, Chase Gund, and Robbie Rhinesmith. It was formerly called a Notre Dame freaking podcast, excuse me. But then they rebranded to Tho the Pods. And then they were like, you know what? It's way too hot. Streets are too hot. We're going to wipe our entire show off the face of the internet. And to be clear, the full quote, as transcribed via awful announcing, the biggest advantage that Notre Dame has is that Miami is a bunch of unintelligent thugs that just play instinctually and not wisely, said Downey. And the best thing about Miami, for their purposes, is that they're a bunch of unintelligent thugs who just play instinctively. So it's the best and the worst thing about Miami. Remarkable. Downey, the man who appeared to make those comments, would private his Twitter account. And before making it private, as transcribed by, I believe this is Bro Bible, not sure if you saw, he wrote, excuse me, I was shocked and surprised to see people thinking this had any sort of racist undertones. It did not. Sorry if I offended anyone. I only meant players out there picking fights, only hitting hard, taking dumb penalties. Truly sorry. Bro, shut the F up. You said it, you're caught, and now you're trying to play up the, I meant it as unsportsmanlike. Bro, so gross, obviously. I was shocked anyone thought it had racist undertones. I need to ask you this really simply. How dumb are you? Or how dumb do you think we are? I was shocked. People thought this was racist undertones. I was only calling a bunch of black football players thugs and unintelligent. The same tropes that my dear leader Donald John Trump uses for LeBron James. China-loving LeBron James. We've gone over this over and over. It is an old racist trope to call black people unintelligent, which they are not, and thugs, which they are not. And that is often associated with another trope, that black on black crime runs rampant. Yet, a few percentage points down, I believe 3 to 5, white on white crime is right there, but we don't hear you calling white people thugs. What did you think of the helmet-to-helmet hits of, let's say, of yesteryear, Tom Zibikowski? Was he a thug? No, he was a hard player, of course. Oh, my God. This is the sort of stuff that really gets me. Because predominantly, it is folks like this that are holding us back from not only building community, but just growing. I am not shocked that he privated his Twitter account because he doesn't understand the context of using words such as these. Words freaking matter, Downey. You're going on there calling black people unintelligent and thugs, man, F you. F you and F everybody there. I'll read them again. F Jonathan Spadea, F Chase Gund, and F Robbie Rhinesmith, and obviously F Ryan Downey. Disgusting, man. And you're calling them these tropes. You're calling the Miami football players tropes because you support the other team. I mean, what levels of Alex Jones satany have you gotten yourself into to just stand a bunch of players who don't even know you exist? Remarkable. As for their sponsors,
At Sage Dental, we're committed to your family's health with the latest technology for all your dental needs in one place. Visit mysagedental.com today to book an appointment. That's mysagedental.com. Offer valid at participating locations. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Hello, and welcome to the 2025 Notre Dame football season primer.
The biggest advantage that Notre Dame has is that Miami is a bunch of unintelligent thugs that just play instinctually and not wisely. Unintelligent thugs.
let's also not forget what this language brings up, because in 1988, Catholics versus convicts took place to describe this very rivalry. The Notre Dame-Miami football rivalry. The Shadow League rightfully wrote, "The Fighting Irish were portrayed as the white, good, thoughtful, wholesome, religious boys that live piously off the field. A piece of the fabric of all that was right. The Hurricanes were the black thugs and gun-wielding crack dealers who were terrorizing America's urban streets in the Ronald Reagan era, certain to be headed toward a life of criminality and prison once the charade of their student-athlete status expired. It was yet the latest example of how race can be used throughout history, from Jack Johnson, Jim Jeffries, Larry Holmes, and others, even with Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor, which was rife with racism, and his dance for me boy antics from Conor McGregor when they had a certain press conference. And it's all been done to sow racial angst and animus within the framework of defining good and evil within the sporting arena. Still, these dudes, who are fans of Notre Dame, clearly do not understand the history, or they simply do not care. I am blown away at how so many within this space are just so incredibly reckless with their words. And I think what also gets me is that this is not a business for everybody. You can have fun. You can talk about stuff that you want to talk about. And those dudes, I mean, I'll play it again just to give you the visual once more. Those dudes were practically cheering this on. One of them even had Catholics greater than convicts in the top right. You guys are scum of the freaking earth. You guys are rallying this dude to say what he said. You are confirming it. You are applauding it. That dude in the bottom right who's going like this, "Oh yeah, you got him. Get more racist, Downey." You know what? I actually think, hot take, I think it's a win that you guys wiped this, because you'll just be remembered for this. You'll be remembered for this, and you'll be remembered as the podcast that shut it down because you guys cheered on racism and didn't check him. So hey, man, good decision.